You're right, Brendan. Thank you
Brendan,
so
we
much.
want to point this out too. This is Ron Jones speaking right now, sir, but we want to point this out too. On the right hand of your screen, folks, you can see that some of the protesters have now set up a barricade to try to block the officers from approaching, but also you have the National Guard as well, and it appears to be, if the chopper could pull out a little bit, and I'm sure he or she will, it appears to be that there is some sort of armored vehicle that's going to be able to have to push its way through.
No,
so those who are the agitators, number one, they want to conceal their identity.
All right, they're gone.
Now they're using a barricade to try to stop them.
Yeah, Ron, we're just looking at that, trying to figure out exactly what was going on there. We do know that skirmish line that you referenced had been several blocks back, where they had been for much of the day until just recently, and then we started to see them kind of come down the street there. We do want to mention again that Centennial Olympic Park had been closed. And it looks as if, like Ron said, it looks as if they're gathering anything they can find from out there.
You see a porta potty on its side.
A porta potty right out there. It looks like people are grabbing anything. Looks like they're moving dragging possibly another porta potty down there. A lot of folks running to this effort. We're seeing things being thrown, firecrackers lighting up across the lanes of that road there.
Yeah.
And so this has shifted quite a bit right now.
It's like building a barricade in anticipation of a standoff as that group of police officers moves down this road. Yeah, pulling anything they can from the park.
Materials that
construction
had been in the area.
Sawhorse.
And we know again that the
and you know, ladies, this is going to make it. I was just going to say, this is going to make it very difficult for the officers if you have a barricade where you have the agitators who are, or the protesters who are concealing themselves behind that. Now the officers have to figure out who's throwing what and where is it coming from as they continue to approach that barricade. And we've seen many times before, and hopefully it doesn't happen, where someone will grab, as you can see, they're grabbing things from this construction site here, where they'll try to set a fire to increase that barricade, to increase that distance between them and the police officers. So they are ripping everything from that construction site, trying to get it in front of the officers to prevent them from approaching. Eventually, once we pull out wide, we'll see this armored vehicle that they have up front to try to penetrate that barricade.
And it does appear that the crowd that is back there behind this makeshift barricade is throwing things as well. We don't see the officers, any other law enforcement presence on the other side as of yet, but they are throwing things. As Ron mentioned, they are going into that construction area, what appears to be a construction site, and removing just about anything from that area and bringing it. There are several porta potties that look like they have been placed on their sides there that have been drug over, in addition to some partitions that were likely meant to keep people out of the construction
site. Yes.
That have now been drug into the streets there. The street lights have come on. We are almost 20 minutes away from the curfew in the city of Atlanta, and this situation has been deteriorating over the last few moments here.
It's interesting.
But this is the dilemma that maybe the dilemma for the protesters.
Go ahead, Ron.
Go ahead,
No, I want to hear your perspective, Ron.
I was
As a former law enforcement officer, I really want to hear what you have to say.
the protesters here. Yeah, this is maybe a dilemma for the protesters and what they're trying to accomplish by setting up that barrier. I'm quite sure that whoever's in the command center, they already know exactly what's taking place. There may be some other officers, National Guards, personnel that may come from the rear of that barricade as well, to be able to take on those protesters. So the barricade may mean nothing, to be honest with you.